a lot of women will say you'll never know what it's like to be a woman. You ain't gonna know what it's like to be a man. You do not know the difficulties and hardships it is to be a man.
And I don't think a lot of times women understand or appreciate how much of themselves men sacrifice. We don't recognize that man said, you know, I can do X, Y, Z to make sure that the house functions a certain way. You know, we say all the time, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Let's hear from this particular video.
2 years ago, I ended my marriage. Nobody did anything wrong. It just fizzled out. And I thought life would be better and easier alone. The split was amicable and he's a great dad to our son.
That's nice.
The dilemma is that since we separated, he has thrived. He's lost loads of weight. He's got new friends and he seems happier, healthier and in a better mood than when we were married. My son tells me about his travels and the new hobbies that he has. I haven't really moved on since the split. Everything is exactly the same. I just now don't have a husband and all the jobs are on me. I basically feel as unhappy as I did before I instigated the separation. I feel like maybe I got it wrong and maybe the issue was me and not the marriage itself. I created this mess and now I don't know how to move on. I mean, that sounds really fucking hard.
Does it though?
Does it really?
Does it really? Sounds self-inflicted. That way it sounds to me.
Self-inflicted wounds, man. We can't do nothing about that, man. I mean,
yeah.
You put yourself in that.
Yeah. You know what? How many times there have we covered over the last 5 some years where people have good men, good husbands, good fathers, providers. They were everything and anything that they wanted. But it just was done with that, tired of that, bored of that, get rid of that. I know all of a sudden now it's like, I move on. I can't find what I'm looking for, but it's my thriving. It's almost like they expected that once they hit the market, it is glory and danger and fame and all of the things that they were craving, and the man would be there in the doldrums like, oh God. He might not necessarily be pining, but he certainly will be, finding a new lease in life. All of a sudden, you look at the man and the man get here, transplant man here looking full. All of a sudden, the man scared get clear up and things. So he wearing nice frames, the suit, and he getting the body in shape and thing. And all of a sudden, he got a young lady on the arm and you hurt. He doing things like skydiving and playing pickleball. Are you upset? Are you upset?
It's unfortunate because, as she said, there wasn't that wrong. Kind of just like drifted apart, you know what I mean? Or to hear her tell it, it fizzled out. I guess you could say that happens, but it only happens if you allow it to, if you decide, well, yeah, I ain't bothering with that anymore. I just run aground. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem for women is that good men are kind of easy to see. So women recognize, wait a minute, with this woman here going long, like she's not gonna worry about nothing. She doesn't be covered. She don't be open the street licking boat. She always looks a certain way. She ain't walking about, as the old people tell, like old death wears this thing. she covered, she covered. Women see that. So if you decide, you know what, you're about the covering anymore, and I don't think a lot of times women understand or appreciate how much of themselves men sacrifice, right? Because it's always, I gotta do everything in here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't help me do nothing in here, but we don't recognize it that man said, I can do X, Y, Z to make sure that the house functions a certain way.
Exactly. He's lifting his end of the coach, but it's just that you're not seeing him lift his end of the coach. No, me, he lifting it.
So then when you decide, you want to lift the coach by yourself, man, sorry, we lift the coach by yourself. I can go and lift my own coach now. And guess what? I'm going to be comfortable with a little bit. So I'm going to find a smaller coach. And he can get lifted by himself. You need to lift the other end. So no, in my thriving. A lot of women don't expect men to thrive after the relationship has ended.
Mm-hmm.
And the truly bad-minded ones don't want you to thrive after.
No. You're supposed to be break up, pop down.
You're supposed to be mash up, can't do nothing, can't recover. Mm-hmm. Right? And unfortunately, good men who are about something, they recover and they recover fairly swiftly and they recover well.
Mm-hmm.
And end up thriving. Check this very last video I sent you, which is a hilarious version of this. Right? It's only about 10 seconds long, but we can splice it in here Somebody sent me this, and it goes back perfectly with this exact topic. Check this video.
Break up with a nigga, and all of a sudden he got a sleeve, a car, and ain't broke no more. Like, nigga, was I holding you back or?
100%. Absolutely. No, without a shadow of a doubt.
Facts.
That was just made me laugh all the time. Right? So, don't tell you just left for a good man. The man can just stop there, waiting for you to spin the block and come back and find you there like the girl that tell the man she want to go up on a break because she want, you saying she going to the streets and come back. And then when she want to help the man, tell she let the man there deal with pay the bills. Don't worry like that. Anyhow, press on this Skunk Genie money. And here we say here in this video.
August 12th, he said, you need to let that man go. I said, do you get what you're telling me? Like, again, like, do you understand what you're telling me? He said, fuck that nigga. I said, excuse me? Like, do you understand what you're saying? Like, you're saying let go of a man that's marriage minded for you because you're ready for commitment. He said, like I said, fuck that nigga. And I was like, oh, okay. So the very next day, I sent a message and I let that man know.
Wait, you cut the man off before you got the ring?
Yeah.
Because he said, oh, no, girl.
Oh, no, it gets crazier.
Did you guys have...
That was August 12th. I let go of the dude. And then August 18th, we got married.
Wait, 6 days later?
August 18th. He called my dad somewhere in there, asked him for permission to marry me. My whole family knows him. All my friends know him. His mom, when he called his mom and said, Mom, I'm getting married. She said, to who? Sarah? Everybody, anybody that he told, everybody was like, to Sarah? When I was like, I'm getting married, they were like, to who? Like, which one of them? You know, like, but I was like, to Brock. And when I tell you, my parents are so happy because Brock is like, he's a husband already.
Oh, Neil. A lot of the men that watch the show, right, are big fans of this Skunk Genie, right? Because obviously she's an attractive woman and she says a lot of things that men want to hear. But you would know, Neil, that I've always kind of like watched her.
For day one. For day
still
one.
talking about a fuzzy eyebrow, right? I've always like looked at her like, I'm saying that ring ain't right. I know I got a little bit more like confirmation on why I feel the way I do when I see this lady talking, right? Because we had this situation with the money thing, which she said, any man she dealing with got a certain amount of money. And it wasn't $70,000. It was north of that, well north of that. I know we got this situation where she's saying she was in a relationship with a man. Another man come along and tell she, yeah, done with that man. And the man, to her, tell it, the first man was willing to marry her. Another man turned up and said, yeah, left out that first man.
Come here.
Said, all right.
Come here.
And she out that. And 6 days later, Neil, checks is clearing 5 business days. So in just a little bit more time than it would take a check to clear the bank, she get married to this next man. What I found informative, right? When that man said to his family, yeah, I get married, everybody was like, oh,
to Sarah. Yeah.
No, that's the only way it could be. When she told her people should have get married, everybody was asking,
I think that says a lot.
That says a lot. We ain't got some name for it. Let me go forward. We check the next video of this lady here saying, no, it's devil. Hear what she has to say.
The price a man pays for loving the wrong woman is something most people will never truly understand.
How many times have you felt like you're not loved for who you are, but only valued for what you provide?
Like your presence doesn't matter, only your ability to solve problems, carry weight, and keep everything together. A man can give everything, his time, his energy, his protection, and still feel completely invisible inside his own home. He's told he should lead, but in reality, he's treated like nothing more than a provider without emotional value. Like a man who carries the world on his shoulders, but no one ever stops to ask how heavy it really is. He pays the bills, handles the pressure, raises the family, solves the problems, but still feels replaceable. No man can truly live at peace being respected as a father, but slowly disrespected as a husband, being the foundation of everything around him, yet having no place where he feels seen, valued, or understood.
And if you're living like that right now, you need to understand something very clearly. It's not your fault for loving deeply, for giving your best, or for trying to hold everything together. But it is your responsibility to value yourself enough to stop accepting less than what you truly deserve.
You put all look very age to me. Right?
Yeah. Sure, for sure.
But yeah, that's a message.
Ain't much to
Value
say to
yourself,
that.
man.
Yeah, it's not much to say to that. The stark reality is that how a lot of women will say you'll never know what it's like to be a woman, to be a wife, to be a mother, to traverse life as a woman. You ain't gonna know what it's like to be a man. You do not know the difficulties and hardships it is to be a man. And you know it's gonna be quick for some people to say, "Oh, patriarchy," and this is the system when it's set up, and this and that next. But to me, it shows that you don't really want to have a conversation about what it is like to be someone walking around, right? You don't want to have a conversation. You just want to highlight anything that has nothing to do with a man. I guess that's the best way to put it, because men struggle. Men struggle. We could go through statistics. We could go through the suicide rates. We could go through the unemployment rates. We could go to hardest jobs, most difficult jobs, most dangerous jobs. We could talk about those things and the pressures men feel to provide and to protect and to resolve. But to me, if you're not ready to have that conversation, you don't want to hear it. It will always be about women. It will always be about, F men, and who cares, right? And this is part of what this channel is about too, is to show that, men are not the ogres that we are portrayed to be. Not every man is a skullduggery villain that looking to just foop and take advantage of women, right? There are some men out there. Dare I say the majority of men out there. We just trying to take care of our corner of life and protect and provide for those, problem solve for those that are under our purview.
And the first thing a woman said was like, choosing the wrong woman could be hazardous to your health, essentially. And if you go back to Discount Genie Money just before that, imagine being the first man that she was talking about in that scenario. That she said, not me. She said the man was marriage minded.
I'm moving integrity and intent.
About it. And the woman just decided, well, yeah, they're done with that. And in 6 days,
boy,
the woman that married to this next another man. So imagine the first man. You gotta stand up real strong and look at life. You know what? I probably dodge a bullet. But if you're not that strong, most normal people are gonna process that as, but what really happened here? This man had to be in the background all along.
No question.
Right?
No question.
Where did I go wrong that I went from looking to marry this woman to she marrying somebody else?
In 6 days, brother. To me, that's the kicker, You ain't get ousted and down the line, like a year, 2 years later, they get married. 6 days, brother, man. You get replaced.
6 days. What were you not providing that led her to the point where she could say, you know what, I can replace all of that in 6 days? Where was this man in the orbit that he ready to move in 6 days?
I tell the man tell she, listen, you bought this thing, because you can left with that man and come tonight. Come now.
So, man, you gotta be careful, because that man had to be in the orbit. Right? But guess what? He gonna win in the long run. I am confident of that fact. Let me go forward to the next video. Ladies, when you get in a relationship, ladies and gentlemen, I think but gentlemen understand it better, because we understand when we come into a relationship, we have to do certain things. Then in negotiation about it, we have to do certain things. Ladies, when you get in a relationship, there's certain things you gotta do. Let's hear this lady here.
So he was just like, she sucked my dick, Kima. And I just looked at him in disgust.
I would have slapped
because
his ass.
I know that's where I lack at in our relationship. I know that I was lacking on giving oral to him in our relationship. He always mentioned it, you feel me? But it's just like, that's not my strong suit. I tell a man in the door, oral is not my strong suit. I don't like sucking. I don't want to do that. So it's just like, if that's just not something that I want to do, I'm not going to do it. Granted, yes, have I done it? Yes. Was this my man and was I doing it? Yes. But it's not something I want to do every single night. That's just not something I'm into. So it's like, I know that when he was cheating specifically because he wanted his dick sucked. Like, that's what he wanted. And when he told me, like, she sucked my Kima, I just was like, this finna take my nigga. Because she sucked his dick on the first night.
First night.
God.
Lost.
God.
First night, girl, say, yeah, we're not here. So
Yeah,
you got to meet. You got to be meeting somewhere halfway. You got to meet halfway. You know, and it can't be a case where it's like, yeah, he ain't sucking dog. Yeah, he's sorry, I ain't doing that.
But here's the thing, though, Derek. No, I get to take a different approach here. I get to take a different approach here. I'm not on the speak on. I'm not on the speak on, right? Right. I'm just saying, if I met up on a young lady and she told me very early on that that's not her thing and that's not what she about, I don't think we would be at the position where I could be horning her with someone that does. Yeah, I'm just saying. So for me, I think the gentleman is wrong because if he knows that that's what he about, and the woman states she hand up front that's not what she is about, then you can't very well answer the woman. You can't. The woman know the back ain't know to say she gonna meet you halfway. I'm just saying.
It's like the woman with the tattoo. You feel for the woman with the tattoo? You was good with it.
You can't all of a sudden know.
You want to marry the can't no come and decide. Well, yeah, it ain't working for me. I agree with you, deal.
She won't be putting a ball. She won't be putting this ball cat about me, not me. God bless. I could tell you. No, sir.
Man, if you know up front that you like certain things, and or worse yet, you don't like certain things coming in the door of the relationship, that is the point to say, well, all right, again, it ain't gonna work with me. It's too big for me. Okay? We crack on. Because even in the animal world, Neil, man under pressure. Check this next one here now. Cat brings the most space girl, but catches her with another cat.
Look at man, look at the Jesus.
Cat spirit broken. Man, my man that bring the most. Bring that cat. You know why? That cat, right? My man he turn up, see another man mocking with his girl, and they say, you know what? I gonna bracket everything in here. Nah, my man drop the most there. I roll out.
Work for yourself, King.
Yeah, my man just roll out. My man said, "Cha, I lost that one."
Yeah.
Man, we can learn from that. Don't decide you come and you find another man, then you man, and you're gonna kill and cure. Just left.
Just leave. Fast.
Folks, this has been another Senate Short. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to ensure you don't miss any content we got coming for you. We can see you guys again soon. Peace.
It's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.